Welcome back everyone to Magius Plays The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild. Last time, we made our way a little way closer to our next ultimate destination, but we've still got a ways to go. Also since then, I have decided to go back and upgrade my stamina bar a little bit. I have plenty of hearts for what I plan to do next. So, that's the next logical thing to upgrade. First things first, we're going to head right down here to the stable and get my horse back out. And wouldn't you know, here's Picango again. What a tranquil landscape. It's nice to relax and paint in a place like this every now and then. Hey, we meet again. Are you out traveling as well? You've traveled all over the world, so I'm happy to tell you about new places if you want. If you have a picture to show me, let's see it already. Now, what's the closest one? This one. North of the castle. And likely on the north side, across the moat. You should be southeast of the stable.
Hey!
Let's go ahead and take our horse out and see what we can find. Another Korok seed here. Mushrooms that increase your attack strength. And hardy truffles as well. Very nice. Now, how am I going to get past this? I think I'm going to need to go toward the castle. Unfortunately, the directions on that aren't exactly very precise. Well, we are coming up on our next destination. We're a tower thrust up right in the middle of an enemy camp. Of course. That should make these a little more effective. That was pretty easy. No guts. That's a shame. Let's get these guys taken care of while we wait for the rain to stop. Like Moblin Spear, not very good at all. And he's going for a trip. Let's make our way the rest of the way up here. I'll see you at the top of the tower. Need more of these. Ah, great. Wizrobes. Just what I didn't want to see. Dang it. Dangerous muck as well. At least it didn't drop me back too far. And I should be able to sneak around here. Preferably without too much trouble. That was trouble. Those are definitely electrified. So I'm going to take a bit of an easier route here. On the upside, that definitely took him out. That still tickled quite a bit. Oh, rain's done. So I can make my way the rest of the way up here in relative peace. And let's shorten this down even more. And the next region is revealed. And there's something very important for us to find here. Now, not that way. Some very nice stuff up here. If you look over that way, we have the Great Hyrule Forest with several familiar names in the middle of it. That is our next destination. The Lost Woods. And boy, do they earn their name in this game. We need to go in the front entrance. And at the end of that is going to be a very important item for us to get. No red and deer for me today. Oh well. The entire area is surrounded by a very dense fog, which makes it very difficult to get through from anywhere but the front entrance. Wraps that batch up. Also makes getting through it interesting. Not seeing any torches around here. But the first part is pretty straightforward. You have these torches, which you can easily see. And the way the embers are glowing is the way you need to go next. Really easy to see the next one, so this part's not difficult at all. However, they get further and further apart as you go, until you get here, and they just go away completely. So what you need to do is stand here, and every so often, stop, look where the embers are blowing. Embers are still blowing that way. There is some leeway that you have where you go off the path you're supposed to go on, and the fog starts getting denser. And you can go back the way you came, and figure out where you're supposed to go. However, figuring that out your first time through, definitely not obvious. Now, some of these have some interesting stuff in them, but if you try to get them, you're going to get lost. So I wouldn't worry too much about it right now. Now we're supposed to go this way. Still going this way. And we get the shrine indicator. Getting close to the end of this journey. Or at least this section of the journey. Now you know you've reached the end when you come to this cleft in the cliff face. Let's run right on in. And still showing us, or telling us to go further this way. I definitely would not recommend trying to climb over these cliffs, because that takes you right into the fog and you get lost. Anyways, that brings us here to the home of the Koroks. Unfortunately, you don't really get anything for finding finding this place. Even though you might think you might get a whole heck of a lot of Korok seeds here. But this is the final destination of Hestu. Shaleka! And from now on, this is where he's going to be. Don't really have enough Korok seeds to get anything, so when I do, I'll come back to him. But in the center here, this is what we came for. That's right, folks. This is where you get the Master Sword.
Rivali's Gale is now ready.
And you need a...
Link, you are our final hope. The fate of Hyrule rests with you.
You need a lot of hearts to get this.
Who is that? Did I doze off again? Well, well. It's you. You finally decided to return. Better late than never. After 100 years, I'd nearly given up hope on seeing you again. Even my patience has limits, you know. That look on your face tells me that you have no recollection of me, however. I have watched over Hyrule since time immemorial. Many have referred to me over the ages as the Deku Tree. That is the weapon created by the ancient goddess. The sword that seals the darkness that only the chosen knight can wield against the Calamity Ganon. Believe it or not, it was actually you who wielded that sword 100 years ago. But I must warn you to take extreme caution. The sword stands as a test to anyone who would dare attempt to possess it. As you are now, I cannot say whether you are worthy or not. If you sought to free the sword in any sort of weakened state, you would surely lose your life where you stand. Best of luck, young one.
If you hope to pull the sword from its resting place, you must use your true strength. Let us see whether or not you currently possess said power. Yes, if you do not have enough hearts for this, you will fail when you get too close to it. Let's go ahead and fill up a little bit. And wrap things up with a couple apples. Now that we're full on health, we can try to pull the sword. And hold down the A button, and it sticks down your heart. Pretty slowly at first, so you can let go if you're too worried about losing your life. But faster and faster and faster and faster until right at the end. If you don't have 13 hearts when you go into this, the first time you try it, the Great Deku Tree will stop you. But future times, no such luck.
Your master will come for you. Until then, you shall rest safely here. Although the slumber of restoration will most certainly deprive him of his memories, please trust me when I say that I know he will arrive before you yet again.
If I may be so bold, what is it that you are planning to do next, Princess?
The Master Sword. I heard it speak to me. It seems that my role is unfinished. There is still something I must do.
I sense there is great strength in your dedication.
Great Deku Tree, I ask of you, when he returns, can you please relay this message? Tell him
Now then, words intended for him would sound much better in the tones of your voice, don't you think?
Yes.
And nice little scene chronicling the last thing Zelda did before temporarily containing Calamity Ganon.
What you just saw happened where you stand 100 years ago. After you were separated from the sword, the princess thought to bring it here, where she knew that it would be safe under my watch. She continues to fight, trapped deep within the confines of Hyrule Castle. Her heart cascades with faith that you will return. She has a smile like the sun. I would do much to feel its warmth upon me once again.
And that gives us the Master Sword. It's not the strongest weapon in the game, but it is very durable. But it does break. However, every time it breaks, it will reforge itself after a while. So, you don't want to throw it around more than you have to. Just keep on using the other stuff you've been using. And I think I am going to switch over to the Edge of Duality again. before we call it a day here, one last thing I'm going to do is find this shrine. And see what it has in store for us. This one. This takes some work. Look to the stars for guidance. The constellations are the key. And we'll come back to this one next time. So, until then, Magius out.